Hey, Ron's Bass Lessons with one of my favorite songs of all time, one from my favorite band of all time, the Eagles, called Heartache Tonight. Basically kind of a blues and E idea. Not E, G, sorry. Kind of a blues and G idea, but it does use the relative minor, E minor in there, which is the sixth of the key. So, starts out with the signature intro, which they also do between the two verses, and they end on it. It's so it's B flat on the first fret there to F on the top string first fret, and then F to C, one first fret to third fret, and then I like the feel of hammering on all the time to the notes. I think it fits the style of the song and the style of Timothy B. Schmidt and the way he played in a lot of the Eagles songs from what I've heard. So, alright. And then they sing through, I guess first half of the verse or something, and then you come in with the chords. So you're coming in with G to E minor twice, and then G to C. So it's like. That's your G to E minor on your third fret, and then you're going to hammer to G and hammer to C. Hammer to G, and then the D chord, the 5 chord of the key. Alright, so your sequence is, and I, as always, I have this hand tabbed out if you want my tab. There's definitely other tablets out there. I just don't know if everybody writes the chords down the way I do. I always write the chords over the top of my bass tabs. I just think it makes it easier to learn it. So you got G, E minor, G, E minor, G, C, G, D. Okay? So that's your right before the chorus. And then the chorus is everything in this song, in my opinion, has a lot of like walking lead into the next part. So the very end of the verse is so you're just going to stay on that 5 chord, and you're going to chromatically go up to the C, which is the first chord of the chorus. So the chorus is C to G, I think. So it's. Alright. So that's the first part of the chorus. So you're basically on C for 2 measures, and then you get to the G, and you'll notice all the passing tones. So again, I'll play it slow again, the beginning of the chorus. You're just doing a major triad of C here. First, major, third, and the fifth of the chord. That's what you're stating. Sorry. So after the first C to CCG, then you do C again, and then it goes to the A. And it walks from the A to the D, but that's how it's stating the A. So you're going C, C, G, C, C, sorry. Alright, so I like to come back from the D on the D, 5, 3, 2, and then open 2 to 3. But whatever passing tones feel good to you is fine as long as it stays in time. So, okay, so again, so the chorus is, at the first verse, that's all it does. It just ends the chorus and it goes right back in to the second verse. But if you know the song, the second time around it extends that Heartache Tonight part, when they do the woo-woos and everything. But that's the basic structure. So chorus is C, C, G, C, A, D, back to the top to the G. And then there's also that, the Heartache Tonight. Be a heartache tonight. So that one part where it goes moonshine and bright or whatever, it goes up to the C sharp. That's that odd chord that you hear. But then it goes back to the D and back to the top of the chorus again. So it's like so the very end of all the choruses ends up being G to D, G to D again. And then at the end of the first chorus, you're going to go back and repeat that. Okay. So that is pretty much repeats, all except for when they extend that chorus a second time. So it's hard to do it without the record. I'm so used to playing with the singing behind it, but so when it goes into the chorus, it's like tonight, the moon's shining bright, so turn out the light, we'll get it right. Heartache tonight, I know. And then the extra. Tonight, heartache tonight, I know. Yeah, so there's just that extra, sticking that extra C in there. When the guy does the woo-woo or whatever, but it's the same thing otherwise, the same progression otherwise. So it is easier if you look at the chord structure, play with the record a couple times, but I just wanted to kind of show everybody the parts so you can see the hands moving here and isolated. And I think between that and looking at the chords of my transcription or somebody else isn't listening, I think you should be fine. So that is all the parts. Like I said, it's basically kind of a creative spin-off on a G blues. So good luck, thanks for stopping by, and if you like the lessons, as everybody else says, like and subscribe. Thank you very much.